On the 1st of May 1936, the Palestinian revolts in the British areas over here had started to spill from the cities into the countryside, where roving bands of Palestinians were attacking British occupiers, or well, British people, and Zionists. I guess they're occupiers. And they are joined by certain volunteers from Syria who are themselves veterans from a great revolt in 1925. The repression by the Brits is moderate at the start, and London promises to install a commission to talk about these troubles that the Palestinians have after the troubles stop, and they accept mediation by the governments of Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Transjordan. Then Emperor Haile Selassie, his wife Menen Asfal, and key members of the Ethiopian government decided to depart Addis Ababa by train and flee to Djibouti in French Somaliland, over here. Right? Djibouti. RAF Training Command was formed, and starting on this day, every newlywed couple in Nazi Germany was to receive a copy of Mein Kampf from the registrar. And the Brazilian football club Associação Desportiva Confiança, or however the fuck you pronounce Brazilian, Portuguese, Brazilian, was founded. That's it for the facts of today, and since it's the first of the month, we're going to go over the entire state of the nation. So, we are currently sitting pretty at 63 political power, 84% stability, 35% war support, and 1.29 million manpower. We have 73 factories, 28 of which are military factories, and 10 are naval dockyards. We have 64 days of fuel supply left, our logistics are 100% fulfilled, and we have 233 convoys. We also have 14 command power, 8 army experience, 14 navy experience, and 7 air experience. Decisions, nothing interesting there. Well, just yesterday or the day before, we started working on our next intelligence upgrade, which is the Air Force Department. Very good. When it comes to research, this month we will actually be finishing 2 different technologies, and this will be the first 2 of the entire campaign. So we can start speculating about what to take next after we finish this one. Yeah, so... Oh, actually, I do think we also finished this one before, and we started doing that one. But yeah, I'll probably... because the one that's finishing first is... basic machine... oh no, it's an infantry tech. And in 27 days, basic machine tools. After which we will go into one of these 2, and you can all argue about which one I should take. And when it comes to the other technology, yeah, maybe I should just get an early tank in 1941 light, or maybe go for the medium tank, so that we can later on, we can get the bonus on the 1940 tank, or even the 1943. Many options. We could also go into the engine stuff, and the armor stuff. Definitely worth thinking about, or improved artillery, although we're going for mobile warfare, so it might not be the best. Could go for an early plane. So many options. Or for radio, which will be useful in the Spanish Civil War. Or more fuel, you know, there's a lot of options. Then international market, let's see if anyone else is selling. No, it's still just Japan selling convoys and trucks. I might buy some trucks at some point if I need them. Then this is all fine. Construction going along as planned. Production, well, we kind of reorganized our entire production line last month, so we're not going to fuck with that for sure. But the efficiency is slowly going up. We're now making 1.26 rather than 1.25 tanks per day. Yeah. Then recruit and deploy. All these units are getting along quite nicely. It won't be this month, but next month our first 3 infantry divisions are going to be fielded. And it looks like we have enough to maybe add another one. Almost. Let's do that. That's gonna kill our supply of guns again, but it's all good. So how many people do we have in training now? We have 50,000 in training. So if they all finish, we are just over 300,000. And let's look at the focus tree, which, by the way, we haven't looked at yet. But this month we will also be finishing autarky, after which we will be rushing the civilian factories, probably. But yeah, Rhineland, let's see. Anschluss is the first one that requires men in the field, and it's 500k, actually. So we still have a ways to go when it comes to to that stuff. Yes. Alright, I think that's most of it. Logistics, yeah. Well, we have 77 tanks now. Getting about half a tank per day because we are still slowly replacing the tanks in this unit over here. We might be missing a couple tanks, but I don't think so actually. 214 plus 14 is 228, plus 12 is 240. So we have all the tanks, they're just slowly being upgraded. So that's good. Yes, I think that's enough for the state of the nation. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll have a look at them tomorrow. But for now, we're going to continue rolling the time as we are still moving into this province here. 37 organization left and 90% strength. It looks like the Italians finally made some progress here, so very soon they should be joining us. And stupidly, they are attacking this region instead of this region. They will never learn, these Italians, but it looks like there's a whole bunch more troops on the way, so maybe they will help us out once they arrive. It does look like this battle really is a losing battle. The Italians still haven't found their way to the front. Yeah. Bobo keeps changing color. Now, I wonder, actually, if you can see... how did I check that again? Current wars, this one. I don't want to open diplomacy, I want to look at the war. How did I do that again? Oh yeah, it was over here. Right. I want to see if I can see ongoing battles. 2 months. We lost 208 men. Yeah, it does look like you cannot see the battles until they end. So the Battle of Asella is not in here yet. So we don't know how many men we lost there, but right now we're at 208. So I guess we can check again in a couple days and see what the difference is. Because our other division here is not doing much. Anyway, that's enough for today. See you all tomorrow. On the 2nd of May, 1936, a Saturday, parliamentary elections were held in Egypt. And the WAFT party won it with 163 out of the 217 seats. Bold Venture, which is a horse, won the Kentucky Derby. The Sergei Prokofiev composition Peter and the Wolf premiered in Moscow. And the Federal Bureau of Investigation arrested public enemy #1 Alvin Karpis in New Orleans. And Alvin Karpins was the leader of a gang in the 30s. Together with another dude. Then, General Lopez Contreras, president of Venezuela, forms a new government. This is him. Very narrow face the man has. And that's it for the facts today. So let's return to the front, where not much is happening, but Ethiopia is looking ever smaller. I'm hoping that some of these Italians that are coming to the front will be helping in this fight soon. But it seems they are a bit too focused on Harar. Which is a shame, but it's also okay. Let's see here. It looks like the Italian division found its way to the front now, which is very good. There is a 3rd division in this battle now on the enemy side, but it has very low organization, so that's good. Our own organization has now dropped down to 35, and our strength to 89%. Not the best. No, not the best at all. On the 3rd of May 1936, a Sunday, the French legislative elections concluded, finally. The Popular Front completed its victory and won a majority of seats in the Chamber of Deputies. Joe DiMaggio made his major league debut with the New York Yankees, going 3-4-6 with a triple during a 14-5 win over the St. Louis Browns. I don't really even know what that means, but it's baseball, I guess. Other than that, there are not many facts for the 3rd of May 1936, so we're just going to go straight back to the front. Where we are still waiting for the Italians to provide some aid. We're now also suffering attrition. Ooh, 33%, that's pretty bad. I wonder on what time scale that is, the attrition. It's definitely not per day, that would be ridiculous. Let's check if we have had more casualties now. No, still 208. But maybe we cannot see it until the battle concludes. Anyway, we're just gonna keep pushing. It's fine. Hey, this guy has something special. Inflexible strategists. Oh, the bubble turned green again, at least. You know, there's only one troop left in Addis Ababa. And this guy's pinned. Can I see when this guy will arrive? 1 day and 7 hours. Should I go for Addis Ababa? Why don't you decide, dear viewers? Should I move this troop into Addis Ababa instead? Might be nice. And then tomorrow I will execute your will. On the 4th of May, 1936, a Monday, Haile Selassie, Emperor of Ethiopia, set sail from Djibouti towards Port Said on the HMS Enterprise. Rioters in Madrid set fire to Catholic churches, schools, and monasteries due to unfounded rumors that priests and nuns were distributing poisoned candy to children. Yes. Also, the German general Ludwig von Falkenhausen died at age 91. And that's it for the facts today. So we're gonna go straight back to the front. And yesterday I asked if I should stop this battle and just go into Addis Ababa instead. Now I've decided not to do that, but I am going to stop this battle. The reasoning here is that I want to stay in this war for as long as possible to gain some army XP and also to have something to do. But I don't want to be fighting losing battles and losing equipment and men. So I'm going to join this other easy battle instead. And then we should be losing some, like, less equipment and winning more. So that's the plan right now. See, big green bubble, 63. Very good. It's much better. So we're just gonna... We're back fighting in Harad, basically. But it's alright. It's alright. And we're just rolling the time and seeing what happens. Let's see when all these Italians are gonna arrive. 1 day, 17 hours. 1 day, 8 hours. 1 day, 11 hours. These look a bit closer. They're already attacking, aren't they? No, they're not. The infantry division here is moving, but the tanks seem not to be moving. They might be actually in this attack. No, I don't see any armor divisions in there. Oh well. It's all good. That's it for the 4th of May. Oh, 69 political power, nice. On the 5th of May 1936, a Tuesday, the Italian army entered the Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa. That evening, Mussolini gave a nationally broadcast speech declaring victory in the Second Italo-Ethiopian War. Haile Selassie, Emperor of Ethiopia, meanwhile, arrives in Djibouti. Allegedly. But he also, yesterday, left Djibouti, according to a different wiki page. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for the facts today. Not much to talk about. In general, May seems to be a bit of a quiet month when it comes to the facts. That's not strictly speaking true, actually. It will be enough. Anyway, let's keep playing. So we joined this battle again because we kind of concluded that we don't want the war to end quite yet, and we just want to grind XP without losing equipment. So we're just gonna fight the easy fights and slowly gain some XP. It's pretty good stuff. Perhaps we can even level this guy up again, but I don't think we'll get to level 4 before the Italians take Addis Ababa here. Another motorized panzer regiment going in here. So many troops over here. What are they doing? What are they doing? Not a very eventful couple of days, but at least we have 70 political power. 5 more, and then we can get this guy. 14 days until the thing finishes, the focus. 11 days until we get tech. And 22.
Again, not many guns. We have a surplus of fighters. Interesting. Oh yeah, didn't we disband a couple of them? Yeah, I think we did. A couple of fighter wings because we can just re-establish them later, right? Doing naval exercises again. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Where's my fleet? Oh, over here. Well, it's only good to get some Navy XP. Design a boat later on, maybe. Anyway, that's enough banter for today. See you guys tomorrow. On the 6th of May 1936, a Wednesday, the German airship Hindenburg departed on its first flight to the United States. Marshal Pietro Badoglio named Giuseppe Bottai as the first Italian governor of Addis Ababa. The Austrian government orders the disbandment of the Union of Large Germany People, which was a pro-Nazistic political movement that was arguing for Anschluss. José Antonio Primo de Rivera, leader of the Falange Española, as well as 10 of his accomplices, who had all been arrested due to a violation of the prohibition of fascist organizations, are acquitted in court because the court rules that the ban on fascist organization is unlawful. On all fascist organizations is unlawful. So that's it for the facts today. Let's return to the front and see what's going on here. Probably not much. Just chilling here in the battle. Let's hope we find the front line soon. Our tank is over here with 100% strength now. That's very nice. Sometime next month we're actually gonna get some new units, which is great. We can add another unit here. That's pretty good. Ooh, 69. Nice. Very nice. And that was it. On the 7th of May 1936, a Thursday, Amy Johnson reclaimed her England to South Africa flight record when she landed her Percival Gull 6 in Cape Town, 3 days, 6 hours and 29 minutes after leaving Kent. Where the flip is Kent? It's over here, right? Isn't it like over here somewhere? I've never been to the UK. I live right across the pond, of course, but still. Anyway, at dawn in Washington, D.C., this is a good one, listen. It was discovered that someone had hoisted the flag of the Soviet Union on the flagpole of the United States Supreme Court building overnight. This person had knotted the hull yard so well that it could not be hauled down, and at the base of the flagpole a copy of the Harvard Lampoon was found, indicating the work of a prankster. Police called in the fire department, who extended the ladder up to the flag and burned it. Kind of a good one, that. Then the countries of the Little Entente, which is Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, as well as Romania, confirmed their existing politics, which includes their current borders and treaties, and also that they collaborate to oppose any potential return of the House of Habsburg to any form of power. Now, that is it for the facts today. Let's return to the front, where we are at a sweet 69 nice. In this battle, we have 32 organization, but we lost most of that in this other battle, so it's all good, really. See if we'll find our way to the front today. Oh, noise from my other computer. Illegal. Yeah, we did find our way to the front, so that's very nice to see. That should make this battle go even faster. Well, it's not a fast battle at all, of course, but still. Our planes are also still contributing, so that's also nice to see. We now have 10 army experience, by the way. We could already mess with one of our regiments if we want to do so. Add some more infantry, perhaps, to our infantry. Nah, but that will give us like months of gun shortage. It's fine. It's fine. I already have a gun shortage because I started training new troops again. Yep, I need a bunch more guns for this other cavalry division. But it's alright, they already started training. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. On the 8th of May 1936, a Friday, jockey Ralph Neves was thrown off his horse at Bay Meadows Racetrack in San Mateo, California, and pronounced dead at the scene. His apparently dead body was taken away, but a doctor revived him with a shot of adrenaline. A famous headline in the next day's San Francisco Examiner read, "Neves, called dead in fall, denies it." Alright. Haile Selassie, Emperor of Ethiopia, arrives in Palestine. And German priest Paul Schulte celebrated the first aerial Catholic Mass aboard the LZ-129 Hindenburg, somewhere above the Atlantic Ocean, with another ceremony for the crew taking place the following day. That is it for the facts today. Let's return to the front, where we are no longer at 69 nice, but we are now at 70 in this battle. So yeah, that's pretty good. All these Ethiopians are on low strength and stuff. See how the technology is progressing. 9 more days for that. About 12 more days for the autarky. 20 more days for the other tech. Yeah, really not bad. Not bad at all. We're slowly catching up on our deficit of infantry equipment. Oh, 71 now. Very good. It's an uneventful couple of days. And that was it for the 8th of May. On the 9th of May 1936, a Saturday, Benito Mussolini announced the annexation of Ethiopia and proclaimed Italian East Africa in a triumphant speech from the balcony of the Palazzo Venezia. He declared a resurgent Roman Empire and asked the assembled crowd, "Will you be worthy of it?" The crowd answered with a cry of "See." Police in Thessaloniki, which is over here, fired on the crowd, staging a general strike against the government of Ioannis Metaxas. 30 were killed and hundreds wounded. Then the Hindenburg arrived at Lakehurst, New Jersey, which I have no idea where that is. Where's New Jersey, guys? Not American. In a record time of 61 hours and 39 minutes, completing its first journey across the Atlantic to North America. King Victor Emmanuel of Italia is proclaimed Emperor of Ethiopia by Mussolini. Field Marshal Pietro Badoglio is named Governor General and Under King. Under King. I don't know how often that happened in history, that you have an Under King. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, those were the facts for today. Let's return to the front, where there's not that much going on, because we're just going into this little fight here. Hey, it's only 2 regiments left. Is it this one that's retreating? I failed to notice that. But yeah, that's pretty good. The organization ticking down at a respectable pace, I would say. Well, very slowly. But it's all good in the hood. Nothing else going on in the world yet. Wonder when the Japanese are going to start doing stuff. It'll be fun to see. I'll definitely be sending volunteers over there as well as to Spain, of course. Oh, 72 now. Very, very good. Okay, yes, very good. I just want to check one thing, and that's how many tanks do we have now? Light tanks. 89. And they're mostly the Ausführung A. So the ones... Are these the ones we started with, or the ones that we made after starting? You, yes, you. I don't know. Hard to say. But we have 24 of the Ausführung B in this one. Let's go check our other Panzer regiment, which is somewhere over here. We have 2 of them, actually. So the 2nd Panzer Division has 7 of the newer tanks. And the 3rd Panzer Division has also 7 of the newer tanks. So they are prioritizing this guy over here, which is nice. Maybe that's just because he needed reinforcements. Anyway, that was it for today. On the 10th of May, 1936, a Sunday, Haile Selassie, Emperor of Ethiopia, gave a written statement to journalists explaining that he and his family fled Ethiopia because their death or imprisonment would not have served the interests of the people. Upon consulting our nobles, it was agreed that we would best serve the interests of our people by going abroad so that we might freely pursue our efforts to safeguard the independence of Ethiopia, the statement read. Manuel Azaña became the new president of Spain. Let's see if he's in-game. Yeah, he's already the president in-game. Very good. And Achille Varzi of Italy won the Tripoli Grand Prix. Tripoli being somewhere down here, yeah. Then the 7 neutral nations, so-called, which are Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and then the Netherlands, Finland, Spain, and Switzerland, are come together to discuss the political situation, and they confirm their loyalty to the League of Nations. Very, very good. Then in Egypt, the WAFD party, WAFD party, wins another legislative election, and Mustafa El Nahas forms a third government of the National Union, or something. D'Union Nationale. Un troisième gouvernement d'Union Nationale. It's French. He immediately begins negotiations with the Brits about the treaties between Britain and Egypt. Anyway, that's the facts for today. Let's return to the front, where we are still watching this one battle. I could send them back in, but I don't want to lose more tanks. That's the thing. If only I'd sent a mountaineer instead of a tank. Life would be so much easier. That's definitely what I'll do in Spain. And now it's 73. It's pretty good. This Ogaden Safari regiment only has like 16 organization left. That will last a couple more days, but not much longer. Rather uneventful, of course, but yeah, that was it for today. On the 11th of May 1936, the Italian delegation of the League of Nations walked out on a session about Ethiopia when the League allowed Ethiopia's delegate to continue participating in League sessions despite the fact that Italy had fully capitulated Ethiopia at this point. Then, French socialist leader and prospective Prime Minister Léon Blum unfolds his political ideas, stating that he does not want to devalue the franc, he wants to combat fascism, he wants to strengthen the League of Nations and promote peace, and he wants to combat unemployment in France through a program of public works. Very interesting. Then the Royal Stearine candle factory in Gouda, somewhere here in the Netherlands, burns down, which is funny because, you know, candles, fire, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's go over here to the front and have a look at our logistics, because someone in the comments, Mr. Sempu1 Savolinen, wanted to have a look at that. So yeah, here we go. 64 artillery, minus 142 infantry equipment, 381 trucks, 49 support equipment, 90 light tanks, 52 trains, 105 fighter planes, 64 tactical bombers, and 231 convoys. That's our current stockpile. We also have about 100,000 liters, I assume, of fuel. So yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and roll the time. This was probably the most frustrating day I have filmed in quite a while, because I first recorded this once, and then after recording it, I realized that my microphone was not on because I pulled out the cable with my leg. Now, this is on Ironman mode, so I cannot actually go back 24 hours. So that was kind of frustrating. So then I had to re-record my own voice while watching back the footage, which is kind of annoying. And then I did that like twice or 3 times because it was annoying and I kept messing it up. And then I realized at the end that I completely forgot to roll the time, so I could have just come back and recorded anyway, which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, that's my whole journey today. It took me like fucking 3 times longer than normal to do this. Anyway, we haven't looked at anything, but I'm sure we can have a good look tomorrow. Until then, see you later. Peace out. On the 12th of May 1936, a Tuesday, the Italian delegation to the League of Nations left Geneva at Mussolini's command.
The commission concerning the Italian-Ethiopian conflict would not meet for some time, and the sanctions against Italy would remain in force. Over in Germany, the Messerschmitt Bf 110 heavy airplane had its first flight ever. Yes, very good. That's it for the facts today. Let's return to the front and actually look at it today, since hopefully this time I will be able to successfully record all in one go. Let's double check my mic is on. Check, check, check. Yes, it's on. Very good. Looks like this one guy is now down to 12.4. Just going slower because I think 2 days ago it was still at 16. So that's not really great, but we have a lot of troops in the battle now. They are also attacking from multiple sides. Looks like they're still trying to get into Asilla as well. Also from this side, it looks like. So that will probably be the next battle we get involved in. Our tank is on its way over here. See how much fuel it has. Full fuel. Very good. Oh, and before I forget, today is the day, or actually it should have been yesterday or even the day before, to employ Jammerschacht. Which is gonna increase the construction speed of our infrastructure, civilian factories, railways, and refineries. So that's very nice. Let's get him in place. And now we have 3 political power left. That's not a lot. So we're gonna have to save up again and see which guy we get next. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see who the options are. Prince of Terror is pretty good later on, I think. War support will be good. Goebbels. Anyway, it's a long way away. Something else we could do is look at our Gebirgsbrigade, because it's pretty small. Can we add just some more Gebirgsbrigaders? That would already cost 5, 10, 15. I guess when we reach 15, I'll add this and then maybe some support companies later on. Some support artillery. Anyway, we'll have to work on that once we get some more XP. For now, let's roll these final few hours. There we go. And that's it for today, guys. See you tomorrow. On the 13th of May 1936, a Wednesday, Santiago Cáceres Quiroga became Prime Minister of Spain, following in the footsteps of the other guy, Manuel Azaña. Let's see if that happened in game. No, we still have Manuel Azaña. Then, Austrian Vice-Chancellor Ernst Rüdiger Starhemberg sent Mussolini a telegram congratulating him on his conquest of Ethiopia. The Austrian Foreign Office was flooded with diplomatic protests from other countries that very same day. And then in the US, the trial of Charles Lucky Luciano began. He was sentenced to 50 years in prison, and Charles Lucky Luciano was an Italian-born gangster who operated mainly in the United States and started his criminal career in the 5 Points Gang. Yes. So, let's return to the front, because that was all of the facts for today. Let's check the supply. I want to check it every day now. Oh, I need to click here first. Because, as soon as this turns blue and this railroad is finished, then I might want to send my tank in. But for now, it doesn't look like a good idea. So, we're just going to keep watching this fight over here. Very good. 75. This one regiment is now down to 9.1. Alright, night has fallen. We're approaching the final hours. And there we go. That's that. One question I do have. I have 20 naval experience now. Should I be doing something with that? Any boats I should design? I mean, I have no new technology, of course. It's not really something you'd typically focus on. Oh, this is
focus trees. But yeah, if I were to do research any boat, which one would I get? Probably the heavy ship. Should I go Carrier Germany? That's a lot of research I need to go through. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, of course. Well, who knows? Maybe one day. Anyway, boats. See you tomorrow. On the 14th of May 1936, a Thursday, Ernst Rüdiger Starhemberg was dismissed as Vice-Chancellor of Austria. An official statement explained that this was due to differences of opinion with Chancellor Schuschnigg. Guatemala, over here, notified the League of Nations that it was withdrawing from the organization. And that's the only two facts I have for today, sadly. The Dutch and French wikis are disappointing me this month. Well, specifically today. So we're gonna go straight back to the front. Just want to check again when that boat was gonna finish. Yeah, 14th of August. So it's still gonna be a while, but it's fine. Anyway, let's just keep watching this fight. Can we finally kick the Ogaden Safari here out? Do you think so? I don't think so. I think it's gonna take at least another day. Keep an eye on the supplies. It's very red around here also. We do have some good acclimatization going on. Almost 100%. I feel we should give these two divisions some more memorable names. I mean, the 1st Panzer Division is memorable enough, but the 24th Infantry, is that memorable enough? I don't know. I don't know. Anyone has any ideas? Maybe I'll just call it the Ethiopia Division. Anyway. Not much going on today. So, yeah, that was it. 2 more days until we get a technology. 2 more days until we get a technology. Very good. Alright, see you tomorrow. On the 15th of May, 1936, a Friday, Felician Slavoj Szlatkowski became Prime Minister of Poland. It's not this guy. In Austria, the government of Bundeskanzler Kurt von Schuschnigg resigns. He also forms a new government in the same day, but in this time, Vice-Chancellor Ernst von Starhemberg has no place in that government. Then, also in Austria, on that same day, in a move aimed at the Heimwehr, which is a nationalist and initially paramilitary group that operated in the First Austrian Republic between 1920 until this day in 1936, Chancellor Schuschnigg ordered Austrian private armies to dissolve. Right? Okay, then in Egypt, a new government is formed under the leadership of Nahas Pasha, leader of the Waft Party, and it consists exclusively, this new government, of members of the Waft Party that he leads. Then Amy Mollison returns to Croydon after a solo flight from England to Cape Town back to England. Both on the way there and on the way back, she improved on the existing record of Tommy Rose. Yes. And Guatemala left the League of Nations on this day. Quite a lot of facts all of a sudden. May has been pretty sparse so far, but today is an exception to that rule for sure. So let's return to the front, where we are still in the same battle. This one unit now has 5 organization. The other one still has like 29. They're all entrenched and stuff as well. Our own unit has 25.6 organization left, and a 50% terrain penalty on the attack. It's not going all too well. So I've had 2 suggestions for names for, at least for this division. The first one was the Daily Division, because we have seen it every day so far, which is not strictly speaking true, if you've been watching from the very beginning. But, and we will also stop seeing him soon. And the other one was the Steak Division. It's 50 steaks. Wanted me to name it after frequent viewers. I haven't decided yet, but I don't think it's going to be one of those 2. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll change my mind. I'll have to think about it. More suggestions are also welcome. Anyway, that was it.
On the 16th of May 1936, a Saturday, the Italian Senate ratified the annexation of Ethiopia. 3 Jews were killed and 2 injured in Jerusalem when an assailant opened fire on a crowd leaving a movie theater. The racehorse Bold Venture won the Preakness Stakes, which is a thoroughbred horse race held on National Armed Forces Day in the United States. And this horse Bold Venture defeated another horse, Granville, by a nose. So I assume that's literally the horse's nose. Yeah. Anyway, the autonomous status of Catalonia is restored in Spain. And in Bolivia, the sitting president is removed from power. It's this guy, José Luis Tejada Sorzano. And 6 days later, he will be replaced by a different guy, José David Toro, who would install a more fascist-leaning government. That's it for the facts today. Let's return to the front. As every day, we're going to check the supplies. Railroad is still not great. So our tank is just going to stay there for now. The battle itself is progressing nicely. Maybe we'll finally kick this guy out now. 1.4 organization left. 1.3. Still 1.3. Oh, 1.1. Damn. And I think at the end of the day, yep, we're going to have to choose a technology. So we can already have a look at that. It's very interesting. I think we will go for probably improved artillery, because that will unlock a new thing for our tank. A new type of gun. Oh, there we are. Let me just fact check that in the old comments. Otten left a reply about it quite a while ago. Let's see here. So many comments these days. So 2 weeks ago, Otto left a comment. Once the gun research is done, I will go for the first artillery upgrade as it unlocks the improved light gun for your light tank. Now that seems like a great idea. So we're going to go ahead and go for the first artillery upgrade. It will only take 145 days. Woohoo! That's quite a long time. We're going to research it with Rheinmetall dude, which gives a 10% research bonus, actually. So it will only take 132 days. That's very big. Costs some political power, of course, but that's fine. And we can also unlock our first trait in this Mauser military organization. So we can either get 3% defense on infantry equipment through drum pattern sights. We can get reinforced stocks for 2% soft attack and 3% reliability on infantry equipment. Or we can get heavy anti-armor ammunition for hard attack and piercing on infantry equipment. Now, let me know which one of these I should take, because I don't know which ones are the best. Yeah, that's that, and see you in the next one. On the 17th of May 1936, a Sunday, a curfew was imposed in Jerusalem following the shooting of the previous night, and it was in order to prevent rioting. Then, in Tunisia, the Grand Prix Automobile was held, French organized car race. And those are the only 2 facts I have for you today, sadly. So we're just going to move straight to the front, where we are still looking at this battle. I think, yeah, we finally got that other troop out. So this one should start ticking down a bit faster now, hopefully. Unfortunately, some of these Italians are also getting low. But yeah, we're already down to 26 in just 10 hours or something. So that's pretty good. As for this one, I have heard that this one will increase production. Oh yeah, production efficiency, reliability, breakthrough. I do know that you can go down multiple of these eventually. So yeah, I'm just going to go for a soft attack right now. I think that's a good one. Update equipment variants. There are currently no equipment variants impacted by this trait. Okay. Interesting. I do think I can change that, right? Where is it? Here.
Do I have to create a variant to change that and apply the thing? Or is it okay if I just click it again? Just click it again. Alright, now it's done by Mauser. Oh, that just increases the efficiency cap overall. Rheinmetall. How about the tanks? Henschel. I may want to just do some early tank research. Just to get Henschel upgraded, right? Is that how it works? I could get this one, for example, and have it done by Henschel, and then I get more stuff? Or is there a different company for the medium tanks? These are questions I have. That's alright. I spent 5 hours in the train today to go to a job interview on the other side of the goddamn country. It was good times. Anyway. That was it, I think. For today. On the 18th of May, 1936, in Japan, Sada Abe strangled her lover with an obi and then cut off his genitals to carry around with her as a souvenir. When the crime was discovered the next day, it became a national sensation and would be the subject of many books and movies over the decades to follow. Former US President Herbert Hoover, we already have Roosevelt over here. Former president, yeah. He released a written statement asserting that he was not a candidate for president in 1936. I have rigidly prevented my friends from setting up any organization and from presenting my name in any primary or to any state convention, and not a single delegate from California or any other state is pledged to me, Hoover declared. That should end such discussion. The U.S. Supreme Court also decided Carter versus Carter-Colco and Wallace versus Gutton, which came down to declaring unlawful both the Resettlement Administration and the Guffey-Cole Act. That's it for the facts today. Let's return to the front, where we are still in this battle. So, yeah. Things are happening very slowly these days, but we finally started doing some new research. Gonna take another 131 days. Only 10 more days until we get basic machine tools. After which we'll be able to get one of these industry ones, which is probably a good idea. It will only take 98 days. That's pretty quick. Alright, let's have a quick look at the battle. This guy is now down to 20. Okay. How about the supply? Has it improved yet? No, it's still the same situation. And that's it for today. Short one. On the 19th of May, 1936, a Tuesday, the Republican Party presidential primaries concluded with Alf Landon defeating William Borah in New Jersey. Louis Zamperini ran the fastest U.S. high school mile running in 4 minutes and 21 seconds, and the record would stand for 19 years. The Mocidade Portuguesa paramilitary youth organization was created in Portugal. The, how the hell do you translate this? Okay, the law-giving one approves the design for a constitution of China in Taiwan. It's basically the Parliament of Taiwan, the law-giving one. And then the first, then the consolidated XPBY-1 Catalina, a American plane, made its first flight. That's it for the facts today. So let's return to the front, where there's not much happening. But we do have something happening this episode, something pretty big. Because as soon as the clock strikes midnight here, or 1 past midnight, we will have completed our second national focus. And that means we can go to the third. Now, I would ask which one I should take, but I know which one I should take. I should go for the Hermann Göring Werke and get 6 additional civilian factories. And then do this one for another 6 additional civilian factories. That's going to significantly speed up our ability to construct things. So, yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to be doing here. Let's check the supply. Still ever as bad as it was. Let's check the battle. Organization, 15.1 left. Gonna be a couple more days. But yeah, Here we go. That's autarky completed. And that is giving us... That gave us, just now, 2 times 100% research bonus for excavation technology and military factory, civilian factory, and dockyard construction speed. So that's also going to help us build up our industry really quickly. So, let's go for Hermann Göring werken. Let's look at some of the other ones just for fun. Some army experience. Treaty with a USSR. This gives research bonuses for armor technology. We need to take this one at a strategic moment in time as well. This one is interesting. Sweden gains a bunch of bonuses. Resource rights. It only says what Sweden gets. Oh, our trade relations will just increase. Okay, so we'll be able to import their tungsten mostly. All right. So Autobahn. Infrastructure. Synthetic refinery. We're just gonna go for this. There we go. And now we don't have to think about that for another 2 months or so. So we'll maybe back with that in late July. Anyway, that's enough for today. See you in the next one. On the 20th of May, 1936, Miguel Mariano Gomez became president of Cuba. We still have Jose Agripino Barnett here. On the same day, David Toro became president of Bolivia. We have Jose Luis Tejada Sorzano, so that's a different guy. Then in the United States, the Rural Electrification Act was enacted by Congress in the United States. That's it for the facts today, not too many. Let's jump to the front in Ethiopia, where a bunch of stuff is going on. Also, there's one thing I need to do, and that is that I need to start training one Gebirgsbrigade. We don't have enough stuff for them, but they can start training, so that's good. Let's prioritize him above these cavalry brigades. Alright, and also I want to edit the Gebirgsbrigade to just add a couple more mountaineers. There we go. That costs 15 military XP, and later when we have some more, we'll add some support stuff and things. Maybe even some artillery. If we have enough. I don't think we have enough, because we are barely producing any. We have 71, we are producing 0.7 per day, so yeah, that's not gonna work. Also, this mountaineer now has even less of its required stuff. It needs about 900 more, which is going to take about 18 days. So that's actually fine. Some of it will also be used for reinforcement, of course. But it's all good. Look at the battle. Down to 14. Let's also look at the supply. It's still bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. Addis Ababa itself is also under attack now. So we could actually see the end of the war soon if these guys get routed. Still battles in the south as well. Yeah, it's all going down right in front of our eyes here. But that was it for today. On the 21st of May 1936, during his annual message to Congress, the Chilean president Arturo Alessandri, this guy, hinted that Chile may withdraw from the League of Nations if it was not reorganized. The great day of open diplomacy has not arrived, Alessandri said. There has been no reduction of armaments. The political conveniences of the great powers have prevailed over the principles of the Covenant. The League's peace machinery is ineffective, and 15 years of experience have shown that it requires fundamental revision. Alessandri mentioned unspecified other measures that will be taken if this revision did not happen. And unfortunately, that's the only fact I have for you guys today. It was a long stretch of text, but nothing else of note seems to have happened. Let's return to the front. Where we are currently still engaged in this one battle. It's taking forever. Still has 10.6 organization. Addis Ababa is under assault. Italian assault. By these 3 divisions over here. Pressing in the south as well. Here we have another unit retreating. That might be the unit that came from here. Don't know. We're at 92 now. 93. Could it be that it suddenly goes super fast? 6.7. Oh my god. Seven more days until we get some technology. That's pretty good. Also, 9 more days until we get the Air Force Department here. And unfortunately, the battle has not ended yet. The dude has 5.5 organization left. He started with 10. So knowing my luck, tomorrow they will still not retreat. And then they will retreat the day after tomorrow. Let's check the supply just in case our railroad finished. But yeah, no, it did not. This one is still under construction over here. And this supply hub has no supply connection from the capital. How does that work? Because doesn't it have via the naval base connection to Rome? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, we can see all the supply in Italy as well. Interesting. It's a lot of supply over there. Germany definitely has some areas with a bit less, it looks like. Although blue is better. Interesting. We're now actually losing infantry equipment every day because we're reinforcing probably. Let's check our other mountaineer brigade. Where is that guy anyway? We have one somewhere. Oh yeah, here, the Gebirgsbrigade. Where are you? How do I find out where he is? No, over here. Aha. Where? Oh yeah, he's over here. In Czechoslovakia 1. Let's see. He's at 66% fighting strength because he still needs 420 nice infantry equipment waiting to be produced or delivered. Alright, well, I haven't forgotten about renaming this guy, by the way, but I just won't do it yet until they are officially veterans and they return to Germany. Then they will get the moniker, the Löwen of Abyssinia or something it was. Löwen, Lions of Abyssinia, Lions of Ethiopia, something like that. That was a very good suggestion, so I'm definitely gonna put that into practice. Anyway, that was it for today. On the 22nd of May 1936, a Friday, James Henry Thomas resigned as Secretary of State for the Colonies after becoming embroiled in a political scandal involving leaked budget details. Oh, I heard a noise from my other computer. What also happened on the 22nd of May is that the Aer Lingus Company, which is something to do with airlines, was created in Ireland. And the name is an Anglification of the Irish word Aer Lingus, which I cannot pronounce. Yeah, that's it for the facts today. Only 2, sadly. Hey, there's a sandstorm over in Tripoli here. Interesting. Let's return to the front. Let's see if we can finally end this battle today. That would be good. Hey. Let's also keep checking supply. This yellow railroad is still not finished, as I have now learned. Interestingly enough. Okay, we're down to 1.9. It's only noon, guys. Come on, we can kick this guy out. Oh my god. We have kicked him out. Yes! Victory! Finally! After all these, well, years, I want to say, but after all this time, mostly. Alright, so where are we gonna go now? We have this infantry division here, but they're very disorganized. I think they're barely recovering here. I think I'm gonna need them to go back behind the lines for a bit in order to reorganize. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna do it using strategic redeployment. Right? So we should arrive there in what is it? 4 days and 10 hours we will be here, and then we'll take some time to reorganize. Maybe by then Addis Ababa will already have fallen. But yeah, not much to be done about that. So let's just go ahead and do that. Ethiopia looks very small now. Very ready to capitulate. Let's look at current wars. Yeah, 83% in favor of the aggressors now. It's almost over. Almost. Just like today's video. On the 23rd of May 1936, Australia raised its tariff rates, angering Japan as the move hurt Japanese textile imports. The Black Native Party was founded in Uruguay, which I believe is over here. Yeah, the Black Natives Party was founded there. Then the British Minister of the Colonies, James Henry Thomas, resigned. He had become controversial after a number of people, including his own son, had abused the fact that they had knowledge of an impending raising of the tea tax before the lower house. Yeah. So they abused that to presumably make a bit of money on the side. The obelisk of Buenos Aires in Argentina was completed. Construction had started earlier in the same year and was completed on this day. It's just a monument in the city. And then in Antwerp, two socialist-leaning syndicalists were shot by a fascist in the middle of the night from the 22nd to the 23rd of May. That is all the facts I have for today. Let's return to the front, which is only shrinking these days, to be honest. Let's make sure we unassign this guy. There's no divisions assigned to the order right now. That's good. Let's check the supplies again. Our tank still probably is not able to help without attritioning quite a lot. So that is sad. In the meantime, our planes, by the way, are active here. Someone commented that I should send some planes here, but I just haven't looked at them in a while. But yeah, we have 200. Oh, we should have 200. Is one of these not active? Wait a second. No, they're both active, right? Only 100 from the German Reich. Maybe one of these doesn't have range. Could be the case. Because I know that one of these wings has lower range than the other wing does. But yeah, we do have bombers active. And that was it for today. On the 24th of May 1936, general elections were held in Belgium. And although they were won by the Belgian Labour Party, the real victor was the far-right Rexist Party, which finished 4th, coming up from like 0 to 2 seats or something. Tony Lazzeri of the New York Yankees became the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 2 Grand Slams in the same game during a 25-2 drubbing of the Philadelphia Athletics. He also recorded 11 runs batted in, an American League record that still stands today. The Dutch bishops declared that prominent members of the NSB, which is the Dutch fascist party at the time, were to be refused the sacrament on all occasions. And then finally there was a parade in France, presumably in Paris, and this was held by the Popular Front in commemoration of the Paris Commune. That's it for the facts today. Let's return to the front where we are still just walking. So there's really not much to look at, except what the Italians are doing. We're still making our way over to this mountain province here to recover our organization in a well-supplied zone. These two provinces are just not gonna cut it with 3 divisions present in each. I think they just took this province as well. Maybe that was already the case. These mountaineers really pulling their weight. Very, very good. Still up minus 1.2k guns. Minus 1.24k, actually. Now it falls on Ethiopia. And we moved our first province. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I should have done this at the start of the day. But yeah, so that's why only 100 of our planes are doing something. Is because these 85 simply don't have the range. There is another airport over here. So I'm gonna send them over there. Don't think they will arrive today now. They might have had we sent them a bit earlier in the day. But by tomorrow, we will be able to send those planes back out and they will actually be able to participate So that's great. And yeah, that's it for today. See you tomorrow. On the 25th of May 1936 in Wayne County, Michigan, 25 members of the Black Legion, which is a white supremacist organization, were charged with murder and kidnapping in connection with the death of a WPA worker in the night of May 12th to May 13th. The Remington Rand strike began in the United States, and this was a strike by a federal union affiliated with the American Federation of Labor, the AFL, against the Remington Rand Company. The strike began in May 1936 and wouldn't end until April of 1937. The Socialist Party of America nominated Norman Thomas for President of the United States, and it was his third nomination for the presidency. Today, all the facts were US-based, so let's return to some other place, which is called Ethiopia, where our infantry is still marching over here to this mountain province to rest. Not much has changed in that regard. We are only 5 days away from completing our next agency. We are only 3 days away from our next technology. And yeah, that's about it. We are far, far away from our next focus. We have begun training a mountaineer, and we're slowly collecting more infantry equipment for that mountaineer. Don't know really what else to look at today. Oh yeah, our plane has arrived here, so now we should have, if we look here, more bombers active soon. They may need a little while to get started. Maybe a daily tick. Still says only 100. Let's check. There definitely are battles within range. They should start doing something. Anyway, we'll look more at that tomorrow. On the 26th of May 1936, 276 Catholic monks went on trial in Koblenz, Germany, on charges of immorality both among themselves and with young male pupils. The public was barred from the court proceedings. Over in Belgium, the first cabinet of Prime Minister van Zeeland resigns, and in France, almost 100,000 metal workers go on strike. That's it for the facts today. Not super many, so let's return to the front. Let's check supply, which still has not changed. This railroad is still not finished. Let's see here. I think we might be set to arrive today, but it looks like it's just barely going to be tomorrow. And then we can finally start recovering our organization, and then perhaps we'll be just in time to join the offensive on Addis Ababa. But it looks like these two troops here are already pretty low. There's only 2 of them. Could be that they get reinforced, but the other troops do look quite busy. Oh yeah, also, as it turns out, these other 85 support planes are over here. 85 from the German Reich and 100 bombers here. So that's why I couldn't find them last time. And yeah, that is that for today. See you tomorrow. On the 27th of May 1936, the RMS Queen Mary departed from Southampton on her maiden voyage to New York. Other than that, oh yeah. And in France, the article Tout est possible by Marco Pivert is published, and it means everything is possible. And this was a syndicalist socialist message that proposed transforming the popular movement into a social revolution. Yes. Other than that, the 27th of May is sparse for facts. So we're going to go straight back to the front, where we are now going to start recovering organization on our unit. And it's going to be fast. We may only need a day or two to recover sufficient levels of organization here. It could be that Addis Ababa is just about to fall, although we no longer have any information here. So, yeah. That's very good.
Let's check out our logistics. Made about 200, more like 150 guns in the past few days. That's pretty good. Shortage went from 1.2 to 1k. Which also means these guys are getting more guns. Which is very good. Yeah, let's look at that in a bit more detail, actually. Oh, and we finished. Basic machine tools. Very good. So, now that we have that, we have to choose one of these. This is actually a big discussion. Concentrated industry or dispersed industry. I'm gonna need some help on that. I think I asked about it before, but it's a long time ago and I don't remember which video. So, if people could once more make a case for one of these, then tomorrow I can click one of them. Also, I want to address a question that have kept forgetting about for a while. Otten, my dear advisor Otten, he wants to know what the hell a misreg is. Well, the origin story of misreg, the name misreg, is a random name generator that I found on the internet when I was 11, and I was or 12 maybe, looking for a name for my YouTube channel, and just that general gamer tag. It's also my Steam name, because yeah, this YouTube channel is actually like 12 years old or something. Back in the day, when I was a kid, I had like Minecraft videos and shit. Some of them are still on there, but privated. Might one day, if we reach a certain amount of subscribers, I might unprivate one of them or re-upload it or whatever. Could be funny. Anyway, we could also, instead of going for one of these now, go for something else. But we're already doing this one. Don't really see what else to do. Radio could be good for the Spain War, once that starts. But yeah, for now, concentrated or dispersed. I'd like to know. See you guys tomorrow. On the 28th of May 1936, a Thursday, a special edition of the London Gazette announced that the coronation date of Edward VIII had been set for May 12th, 1937. Heralds made the official proclamation of the coronation date the following day. In Spain, José Antonio Primo de Rivera was sentenced to 5 months in prison for arms trafficking. And over in the UK, I believe, Alan Turing submitted his book Uncomputable Numbers for publication. In this book, he set out the theoretical basis for modern computers. Basically, thanks to that book, we are able to play this game right now. And also, we won the war and stuff, but other things as well. Now, we're not going straight to the front. First, we're going to look at technology, because I asked about dispersed versus concentrated, and it seems pretty obvious to me from all the answers that dispersed is the way to go. However, this is a better technology to use the 100% bonus on, because it's ahead of time and stuff. It will be able to improve our production efficiency cap by 10% earlier on. This one does not give cap. This one just gives base and retention. So, it does give factory output though. Anyway, we're gonna go for improved machine tools. It'll take 132 days, probably less because the debuff on it will decline over time, like the 0.59 years ahead of time thing. It'll take probably closer to 120 or 110, I don't know. Now we will return to the front, where we are still waiting for more organization. There's another unit walking through this province, which is probably affecting the supply, making it harder to recover organization. So that's a little bit of a hiccup, but they should be out of here before too long. Oh no, it's gonna take like 3 fucking days. Okay, yeah, so I guess we'll be here for at least today, maybe tomorrow and the day after. And then we'll head over to Addis Ababa. If it's not fallen to the Italians by that time. Yeah. It's all very good. Night falls in Europe. Only 2 more days until we have to pick another department, so that's also a good thing. And now it's only 1 more day, because we will be doing that tomorrow at the end of the video. Anyway, for today, ta-ta. On the 29th of May 1936, a Friday, the Turkish flag law standardized the appearance of the flag of Turkey. Made it look like presumably this. The Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics was founded, and in the Spanish town of Albacete, I don't know how you pronounce that, a crowd of peasants followed the civil guard as they brought 6 prisoners to the town who had been arrested for illegally working some land that had previously been communal property. As the gathering of peasants grew larger, an agreement was reached to release the prisoners. When the crowd pushed forward, a civil guard panicked and fired a shot, and a guard was killed in the ensuing melee. The civil guard opened fire on the peasants and chased them into the surrounding hills, killing 17 in total, including the deputy mayor of the town. And Charles Maurras, which was the leader of Action Française, like the nationalist French party, was sentenced to jail for 3 months because he published an article about Leon Blum, which is this guy, that was considered to be calling for violence or calling for the murder of Leon Blum. So yeah, they locked up Charles Maurras for a couple months. And then there's one other little fact that I found which had to do with May Day celebrations in Berlin. I think it already happened earlier in the month, but I found a newspaper from New Zealand from this day in 1936 that's talking about how there were very large May Day celebrations in Berlin, and Hitler himself led them and shit. Anyway, let's return to the front, where we are still just chilling, waiting for some more org. I think after today we should have enough, like as long as we have like mid-20s-ish organization, should be fine. Yeah. Oh, one of them is retreating. Oh, it looks like we'll never get there. You know what? We have 22. Let's go. Let's just go in. It's fine. We have more than these guys. It's gonna take still like fucking 3 more days to get there, but it's fine. We might still miss it, you know? Alright, that's the Air Force Department completed. Let's look at construction. We're almost done with this factory. Huh. Almost done with both of these factories. By the end of the month, we'll have one extra. And sometime next month, we'll have another one. Great. Anyway, intelligence agency. Let's have a look. We have the Air Force Department. We have the Army Department. We have the no-no pills. We get some passive defense. Perhaps. People keep saying me I need passive defense or anti-partisan. I'm gonna start with passive defense. Just one, and then maybe next one I'll do anti-partisan or economy civilian. But let's see if we do have any information about Air Force now. We still have 5% intel on like everyone. Right, we have 827, 30 divisions. Everyone has so much more than we do, except Spain. Even Czechoslovakia has more. Poland has way more. Ah, and also one more thing. When we finish this one, we only have to wait 30 more days. I'm going to send my spy somewhere, because when we finish the 5th one, we'll get a 2nd spy, so that should be good. And yeah, I don't think there's much more to look at today. Check out the planes. We still have 185 of them. Beautiful. Enemy air detection is 3%. You know, shouldn't I just move these guys here as well? So they're closer. I'm gonna do that because this other airfield is also overloaded. Anyway, see you guys on the morrow. On the 30th of May 1936, a Saturday, Germany observed a Memorial Day for the Navy to mark the 20th anniversary of the Battle of Jutland, which is up here in Denmark. Hitler attended the dedication of the Labu Naval Memorial but was not among those who spoke at the ceremony. Louis Meyer won the Indianapolis 500, becoming the first driver to win the race 3 times in the US. And the British Minister of Public Works, William Ormsby Gore, is named Minister of the Colonies, and he is following in the footsteps of the resigned James Henry Thomas. That's it for the facts today. The first thing I want to do, other than talk about the facts, is fix this construction thing, because I got a very good tip about that. Once this one finishes, we want to start working on finishing this one as quickly as possible instead of starting a new one in this queue. So I'm going to reduce them all to 1, and I'm going to pick a few more states where I'm also going to build just 1. 1, 1, 1. Obviously the ones with the highest infrastructure. So let me just put that in every 80% state. That should fix it. That would mean that once this one finishes on 31st of May, this one should follow swiftly behind. And then after that we keep chaining them. Should be pretty good. Cannot wait to get some more factories going. Will be very good. Now let's return to the front, where we are really in the ending phase, the final phase, the Endsieg, so to speak, of the Ethiopian War. Let's just reassign this division, by the way, to the front. He is still walking, right? Oh, I hope he is still walking. No, fuck, I think that reset it. Well, anyway, that's fine. We're gonna go straight in there after. So, yeah, walking to the front. There's only 1 unit left here, I believe. So, this one is retreating as well, so they're pushing here. Let's look at the supply. Still an unfinished railroad here. Fucking ridiculous, actually. But that's fine. Not much other than this to talk about. Except our planes are still on their way. They might arrive today. I think they will. Just barely. And then we'll send them back out to help. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Actually, might just barely not make it. We will have to see. No, I don't think so. Yep. Oh, that's it. Tomorrow, when we start playing, they will land almost immediately, so we can continue that. This guy still has 2 hours and 2 days and 2 hours to go. So yeah, with that, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. On the 31st of May 1936, a Sunday, Spanish politician Indalecio Prieto was shot during a socialist rally in Ecija. Indalecio Prieto Tuero was a Spanish politician, a minister, and one of the leading figures of the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party, the PSOE, in the years before and during the Second Spanish Republic. I'm not entirely clear if he survived. Let me check. Oh yeah, he definitely survived. He survived all of the World War, actually. Then Gustave Delors of Belgium repeated as winner of the Vuelta a España bicycle race, and the race would not be held again until 1941 due to the Spanish Civil War breaking out later that year. Then Fitzgerald Stadium opened in Killarney, Ireland. And the Grand Prix Automobile des Frontières was held, which is another car race organized by the French. And this one was held, I believe, in Chimay in Belgium. That's it for the facts today. Let's return to the front. Also, let's have a look at our construction queue again. It looks like it worked. We are now working on the next one. We have 21 factories working. One of them finished, so the next one should be done by the 14th of June. And this one is going to finish way before the 7th of November, of course, because after this one finishes, we'll start working on this. And so forth and so on. So that's good, we're making some progress. Let's keep watching here. We will not be arriving here today, of course, so that's the thing. Sadly. Let's look at maybe logistics. We have only a shortage of 887 guns left. That's pretty good. As for recruitment and deployment, It's not long at all now until we deploy our first new divisions. 21st of June. With 2 of them coming up. That should be good. Oh my god. They took another little province. Asella is in Italian hands. Yeah, this really won't last much longer here. I love how loud it gets when you zoom in. Kind of immersive. Anyway, that was it for the month of May. So tomorrow we will do a State of the Union as we always do on the first day of the month. And we'll go over every single tab here. And yeah, until then, have a good one.